So, Adrian, Shauna couldn't have been more delightful and more succinct. I just love the way her answers are so well thought out and so easily delivered. I'm curious, though, what were your big takeaways from this one bold move a day?
Yeah, you're right. She could have been on the 6 o'clock news answering a question, that kind of, yeah, 4-second little clip. That's great. First off, biases, don't just help people do their work. Tell them how to do their work, right? I thought that was really good. As we if people want to take more bold moves, we tell them, "Oh, go do this presentation to the senior leadership team," and they're going to go on, "What?" Help them. I mean, it's going to take a little longer, but you're teaching them how to fish, right?
Yeah. I really appreciated that she said, look, you define what the bold move is. What's bold for me may not be bold for someone else. Like for you and I, a bold move would not be speaking to a large audience. We do that all the time. For other people, that's a huge bold move. So define what the bold move is. And then at the end of the day, celebrate that bold move. Give yourself a little credit. I really enjoyed that part of her conceptual, message.
I also, one of the ideas, she was vulnerable herself, saying, look, when I first became a leader, I put up this barrier, it's the infallible or, never wrong leader. And she says, that's what's wrong. So what we need to do instead to get people to be a little bit more bold is to say, look, I don't have all this figured out. I'm inviting you to be a part of solutions. You want people to be a little bit more bold. And every organization we've ever gone into says, I want my people to take more ownership. And yet they do everything they can to sometimes quash that. So she's saying, what a great little thing as a leader saying, hey, here's a new idea. What's missing from this? Love that.
Yeah, that was the question. Asking the right questions is just so key. We talk about how do you get to know your people? Well, ask them their story. Where did you come from? How did you get here? Where do you want to go? Kind of thing. That question about what's missing, that was my biggest takeaway of the whole conversation. I don't have all the answers. Is there anything missing? What's missing? I think that's such a great open door question that says, let's put our minds together and make what we think is already pretty good even a little better. And then her personal practices. What did you think of that? The things that she makes sure that she does.
Well, I thought, this was really good too, is that idea of, it's the daily practices, and one of them was gratitude. And I kind of come back to how often I was just doing some work with a client, and, they're so worried about having their salespeople compete with each other. And what her point is, no, we're competing with ourselves. And how often do we do that, right? You're top 10. Great. Well, who cares? What have you done versus what you did last year? Are you improving? Are you pushing yourself? Are you finding new ways to stretch and grow versus competing with everybody else? That's what gratitude should be around. So I thought that was really important, not only being grateful every day to herself, but also, teaching leaders a little bit more of what gratitude means and who we should be competing really with.
Yeah, I also appreciate it. And we've heard this many times. People will say, look, for my mental health, I need to exercise. I need to get out and go for a walk. I need to, get in motion. I had a wonderful coaching session earlier today, a leader that's going through a lot of transition, moving homes and studios and businesses and people, and got off track. And how important it is to do that reboot, that reset. Forgive yourself because you haven't been doing it for a week or two or however long, and just say, hey, today my bold move is going to be to get back on track and take care of my mental health. And with you, it's a daily discipline. You just kind of set your mind, I'm going to do it. Now, if you don't do it today, tomorrow, forgive yourself. As our friend Marshall Goldsmith says, let it go. You can't change it. Reboot. Have your bold move for today. Get back on track and create a better life for yourself today. Well, those were my takeaways. Did I miss anything? What's missing, Adrian?
That is great. No, yeah, what's missing? I love that. Yeah, well, we want to thank Shauna for being on today. We want to thank our producer, Brent Klein, and to Christy Lawrence, who helps us find amazing guests. And of course, all of you listened in. Now, if you like this podcast, we have a special offer for you to go to thecultureworks.com. That's where Chester and you can find everything about us, but there's also some wonderful free resources. You can download a chapter of our books, and so there's some wonderful things there. Download a chapter of Anxiety at Work, and wink, wink, there may be a secret Easter egg in there. So we're not going to tell you anymore. You have to actually read that chapter if you haven't already. So thanks again for joining us today.
Yeah, as Homer Simpson would say, ooh, Easter egg. And by the way, we've got a wonderful community online, thecultureworks.ai, where we're creating a safe place to talk about anxiety and stress in the workplace. And without question, we love speaking to audiences all around the world, whether it's in person or virtually. If you're looking for a great topic to be discussed, whether it's wellness, resilience, anxiety at work, please give us a call. We'd love to speak at your event. Well, we hope this has been helpful for you. Share it with your friends and family, and we really hope you have a great, healthy, and happy day today.